So it's important that, again, to note that we are practicing the W strategy or the place value algorithm strategy. Please choose one of those two. In this specific video, we're going to be working on the place value algorithm strategy. For our first example, let's do 234 plus 175. For doing place value algorithm, remember we're looking at each place value and adding the value of that place value together. What does that mean again? Well, let's do it together. Which numbers are in the hundreds place value? Which digits? That's right, the 2 and the 1. We have 2. And what place value is it? Hundreds. So we have 200 plus we have 100. Because we have the 2 in the hundreds and the 1 in the hundreds. Next, we need to look at our next place value over, which is the tens place value. Which digits are in the tens? That's right, the 3. What is 3 tens? What is 3 tens again? Because it's not 3. 3 tens. Let's count 3 times by 10. 10, 20, 30. We have 30 plus, what other digit is in the tens in this number? Yeah, that's right, the 7. And that's not 7, no. It's in the tens. What's 7 tens? Hey everyone. In this episode, we will be looking how to do the W strategy when adding. So if you already use the place value algorithm, feel free to watch this and maybe you will have multiple strategies that you can use. If not, you can just focus on the place value algorithm and don't worry too much about doing this. We will be learning other adding strategies, but between those two, I think it's important if you can learn one, that's great. But if you want to learn both and practice both, that's awesome too. Maybe this one you want to try out and see if you like it better than the other. Okay, let's jump into things. So let's start with 357 plus 212. We're always going to want to start with either the right or the left place value. So either the ones or the hundreds. Let's start with the ones. So let's start with the ones. There's ones in this digit right here. In this number, and in this number, the digit with the ones place value is the 7. Okay, so we're going to do our W strategy now. We're going to add 2 plus 7. 2 ones. We have 2 ones plus 7 ones. How many ones do we have? So we have 2 ones. 1, 2 plus 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ones. 2 ones plus 7 ones in total gives us, let's count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did you get 9 as well? Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7 plus 2 is 9. Okay. Now we need to go to the next place value, which is the tens. So that's the middle number here, is the tens. In this number. And in this number, the middle number, the tens, is that. But is it really 1? And we're going to add it together. So let's do our W strategy. We're going to add it together. Now, it's not 1 plus 5. It's really 1 10 plus how many tens? 5 tens. So 1 10 plus 5 tens. So it's really 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 plus 10. 50 plus 10. What is 50 plus 10? Is it 6? No, it's not 6. This is 6. Is this number and this number the same? No, this is 6 and this is 60, so we can't just write 6. We need to write, because it's in the tens place value, it's 60. Finally, we go over here. We have 2 in the hundreds and we have 3 in the hundreds. So, is it 2 plus 3? No, it's 200. We have 2 of these. 200 plus 3 of these. 300. What's 200 plus 300? Well, if you're not 100% sure, just think, first of all, what's 2 plus 3 is 5. but it's not 5, it's in the hundreds place value, so 2 plus 3, it's 200 plus 300, so 500. And now, we're ready to add it all up together. And 500 plus 600 plus 9. Really, we're just adding all these numbers together, and it's going to come together, because there's our hundreds, here's our tens, and here's our ones. So we're really just going to write all those numbers for right now. 569. Now it's important we write all this out here, because when we start regrouping, it's going to be near impossible to do it without writing out all the steps and not just writing. Because if I just wrote 5 plus 6 and 9, sure, I could have done it like that. However, when we do regrouping, it's you're not going to be able to do it. So it's important that you are writing it all out. That was awesome! Let's do another one! Alright, so let's do 324 plus 215. So, let's start in the hundreds. I always find that to be helpful, although you can do the ones. 300 plus 200. So, 300 plus 200. So, is it 3 plus 2? Is it just 5? No, it's not. It's 300 hundreds plus 200. That is going to give us 500. Very important you write down the full place value. Now we're going to add it to another number. Let's go to the tens. So that's our tens, the 2 and the 1. And it's not 2 plus 1. It's going to be 20. 20 plus 10. 20 plus 10. So 20 plus 10. And 20 plus 10 is not 3. It's 30. Right? 10, 20, 30. Next, we have 4. Let's go to our ones. 4 ones plus 5 ones. 4 ones plus 5 ones is how many ones? We got 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many ones do we have all together? How many ones do you see all together? Yeah, 9 ones. 9 ones. So now we're ready to add it all up. So we've got 500 plus 30 plus 9 equals 500. 500. Do you see any other hundreds here? Is there a 100 here? Nope. Is there a 100 over here? Nope. So it's just 500 plus tens. Do you see any tens here? Yeah, there is a 10 here. But it's a 0, right? Do you see any tens here? Yeah, there's 3 tens there. And are there any tens here? Nope, there's only 1. So 0 tens plus 3 tens equals how many tens? Yeah, still 3 tens. Finally, let's do ones. Are there ones in this number, 500? Yeah, that's 0. But does it do anything? No. And is there any ones in 30? Yeah, right here. But again, it's 0. And finally, we have 9 ones. So in total, 0 plus 0 plus 9 is 9 ones. 539. Now we're going to do some adding using regrouping. So we have 238 plus 134. So it's going to be important you're writing out all your steps, and you'll see why. So we have how many hundreds? Or let's do ones. Let's start with ones. We have 4 ones plus 8 ones. So 4 plus 8 ones. How many ones do we have in total? We have 12 ones. And this is where it gets trickier. See how it's 2 digits now? That's why it's important to write it all out. Now we're going to our tens. So we have 3 tens and 2 tens. So 3 tens plus 2 tens. It's not 2 plus 3. It's 30 plus 20. 30 plus 20. How many 10s do we have? 10, 20, 30 plus 20 is 40, 50. We have 50 10s in total. So it's not 5, it's 50. And finally, hundreds. We have 100 and 300. So 100 and 300 is not 4, it's 400. And we're going to add it all together now. Okay, so we got, let's do our hundreds first. Alright, I guess we should be starting in ones, I apologize. Let's start with our ones. We've got a 1 here. What about here? Is this a 1? No. We've got a 1 here. And we've got a 1 here. Now, there's two ways to think about this. We can just add it like this, looking at our place values, or we could separate this. We could separate this into not 12, but really, we could change this to a 10 plus 2. Is 10 plus 2 the same as 12? Is it? It is. So you could write 10 plus 2, or you could just leave it like how it was, 12, and just look at the digit. But, so you could do either or for today. I'm just going to keep it as is. So I'm going to keep it as is. So this is how you can do it, or you can write it out fully and look at it the other way. So we have the two ones, the 0, and the 0. So how many ones in total do we have? We have, if there's our 3 place values right there, we have 2 ones, because that's our ones. Next, let's do our 10s. So, how many 10s are here? 0. Are there 10s in here? Yep, there's 5 10s. And are there 10s here? Yep, there's 1 10. So we have 0 10s plus 5 10s, which is 50. We got 50, and plus another 10. So we have 6 10s. 6 10s. And finally, hundreds. Are there any hundreds here? Nope. Are there any hundreds there? Nope. And there is hundreds there. We have 400. 462. We're going to look at our last question. And these regrouping questions are tricky, so don't be discouraged. It's going to take lots of practice. So 345 plus 476. Alright, so let's look at our ones. We have 6 ones and 5 ones. What's 6 ones plus 5 ones? That is 11. You're right. 6 ones plus 5 ones is 11. Let's look at our 10s place value. We have 7 10s and 4 10s. So let's add that up. 7 10s plus 4 10s is what? Well, what is 4 10s? 4 10s is 10, 20, 30, 40. And 7 10s is really 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So what is 7 10s and 4 10s? This is where it gets a little tricky. So I've got 7 10s, which I know is 70, so I'm going to count on. There's 70 plus 4 10s, so I'm going to count by 10 4 more times. So 70, then 80, 90, 100, and 10 more. I need one more finger for 4 fingers. 100 and 110. Another way that could have been easier to help you do it in your head quick is you could have said 7 plus 4 is 11, right? 7 plus 4 is 11. Do you agree? 7 plus 4 is 11. But what place value is it in? It's in the 10s place value. So I need to add a 0 because it's in the 10s. If it was in the 1s and it was 7 plus 4, I would just leave it as 11. Because it's in the 10s, I add 1 0 behind the number. Finally, let's go to the hundreds. We've got 400 plus 300. 400 plus 300. We got 300, 300s, 3 of these, plus 4 of those. How many hundreds do we have together? 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. Or if you knew what 3 plus 4 is 7, but it's not 7, it's 700, so I need to add 2 zeros to make 700. Now we're ready to add it all up. And again, this is why it's important to write out it all like this. Show all your work, because then it's going to be impossible to do this. Now, let's look at the place values. Let's look at the ones. Here's a 1 in this number. Here's a 1 place value in here, and there's the 1's place value there. So 0 plus 0 plus 1 is, here's going to be our number. What's 0 plus 0 plus 1? 0 plus 0 plus 1 is 1. Let's go to the tens. 1 plus 1 plus 0, or 0 plus 10 plus 10, because really that's not 1, it's 10. 10 plus 10 plus 0 is 20. And finally, hundreds. Is there a 100 here? Nope. Is there a 100 here? Yep. And is there a 100 here? Yep. 700 plus 100 is 800. So we have 821. The answer is 821. 821. That's not a 7. It is a 1. I just wrote it a little quickly. Well, there you have it. That is how we do our W strategy. So I hope you guys have some success with that. And if not, you can always stick with the place value algorithm. And if you need some help, ask your parents to help you out a little bit. And you can always ask Miss Wilson, too, to help you out a little bit during your live lessons. I hope you guys have a